All right. As you're gearing up for your very first major exam, a couple of things to keep in mind. You do not get to use your notes. Yes, you can do corrections on this exam because remember the whole goal of this class is for you to learn from your mistakes. So even if the mistake is on something big like an exam or whatever, I still want you to be able to learn from it. Um, watching this review video is actually I'm going to let it be optional um, because I understand that some of you may be able to work these out without needing any help. You can scan through the video, go through the ones that you feel like you're going to need explanation on, and so forth. Okay, so once again, optional, but still highly recommend you watch it, especially since you're gearing up for your first major exam. Now, remember, with corrections, you get some points back, you don't get everything back. So it's still in your best interest to do your best on the very first try. Okay. So for number one, it says, what is the solution to this equation? Now, you guys are should be by now a little bit more familiar with calculators and stuff. So I'm really going to try to avoid going back and forth to the calculator, but I will if I have to. Okay. All right. We're looking for a solution. We're looking for an answer. This is just a regular equation. So you use your solving equation flow chart. Okay. They want to know what x is equal to. In this case, it's not x, we're looking at d, right? So the very first step, you look for parentheses, right? So we do have parentheses. Parentheses tell us we need to be distributing. I'm going to bring down my negative 11. 1.5 times 2 gives us 3. 1.5 times negative 6, negative 9d. Bring everything else down. Plus 1.5d. Okay. From there, we can combine like terms because there's way too many here. So draw your circles, your boxes. Awesome. Our circles are next to each other. Our boxes are next to each other. Negative 11 plus 3 is going to give us negative 8. Negative 9 plus 1.5. Negative 7.5d. First two steps are very, very crucial because from there it brings it down to a two-step equation, which is a lot easier for you guys. So opposite of plus is minus. I mean, opposite of minus is plus in this case. And I was going to try to leave it as a minus. Look at me. 29.5 plus 8 is 37.5. The last step, divide. So you get D is equal to negative 5. Okay. You can work these out by yourself, then go through, check and see if you got the right answer. Number two, and I liked in the reviews and stuff, I like to use the same wording that you would see on the STAR test. It says, what value makes the equation true? When you see that phrase makes the equation true, that's just another way of saying solve. And my solve looks like an 8. So let me do a little bit better. Solve. Just solve the equation. In this case, we have an equation with variables on both sides. You'll notice that you have an x on both sides of the equation, so we go from small to large. Our smallest one is negative 10, minus changes to plus. Our constant is the 8 plus changes to minus. 32 minus 8. And the last step is to divide. So you get x equals 24 divided by 12 is 2. Okay. Next. What is the solution? There's that keyword again. You're solving. We don't see parentheses, but we do have too many terms on this side, so boxes and circles. We have two boxes, one circle. I'm going to go ahead and bring that circle down. 3.4 x minus 1, 2.4. Bring this down. Now that we're down to two terms on each side, you go from small to large. Between a negative and a positive, I'm going to move the negative one for sure. So that's going to give us what, 10x? And we subtract the 11. Plus changes to minus. 24 minus 11 is 13. We divide by 10, and you get x equals 1.3. Yes, it's okay to get a decimal answer. Not everything is rainbows and sunshines. Not everything is going to give you a whole number answer. Number 4. This time we do have parentheses, so make sure you distribute first. Okay, we don't have too many terms on any side, so we go from small to large. Because they're both negative, I'm just going to go with the smallest number first. Negative 9 plus 4, negative 5. And minus changes to plus. Negative 8 plus 12. I did something wrong. Hold on, hold on. Oh yeah, that's what I did wrong. It's a minus 12. Sorry. There we go. Minus 12, minus 12. And I left it as a 112. Minus 12 here, so this is a minus 12. That gives us negative 20. Okay. Last step, divided by negative 5. So you get x equals positive 4. Okay. Number 5. What is a solution? AKA solve. No parentheses, two terms on each side. So we start from small to large. Small between a positive and a negative is definitely going to be the negative number. So I'm going to add 24. That should get us 40. Now minus changes to a plus. 49 plus 79 is 128 divided by 40. And you get C is equal to 3.2. Number 6. We see parentheses, so we distribute. Negative 0.8 times 10 is going to be negative 8. Two negatives make a positive. Negative 0.8 times 35, 28b. Neither side has too many terms, so we go from small to large, which obviously is going to be negative 2b. The minus changes to plus. Eighty-two plus 8 is 90. Last step is to divide. 90 divided by 30, 3. A lot of solving on this test. But if you look at the back, notice we also have inequalities. Solve the inequalities below, represent the solution on the number line, meaning graph it. What's the difference between an inequality and an equation? Flip it when you multiply or divide. by a negative. Negative 5 times 4, negative 20. Negative 5 times 2, negative 10. I'm going to, just because I want the x to end up on this side for the solution, I'm just going to go ahead and move the 10 first. So I don't have to flip because of that. Negative 2 plus 10 is 8x. And then from there, we subtract the 4. 8x equals negative 24 divided by 8. We're dividing by a positive, so no need to flip. X is greater than negative 3. All right, so we put negative 3 on the number line. It's not underlined, so because it is not underlined, what does that mean? Open circle, shaded to whichever way the arrow is pointing. Number 8. Draw your line. We see parentheses. Parentheses tell us to distribute or multiply. 1.9 times 5 is 9.5. 1.9 times 10, 19. Small to large, we're going to subtract the 9.5. 10.7 minus 9.5, 1.2. And the next step is to add the constant. 19 plus 11 is 30. And when we last step is to divide by 1.2. So I'm just going to come straight over. We're dividing by a positive number, so nothing else changes. 30 divided by 2, 30 divided by 1.2, I believe I made a mistake earlier, so I need to double check that. It is 25. So you put 25 on the number line. It is underlined, so remember the line fills in the bubble. And there you go. Next, number 9, almost there. Solve the formula for z. You will, if you see it on the review, it's going to be on the test. This is the way you're going to see your literal equation on the test. Okay. So z is over here. You want to get rid of this constant, quote unquote. That quote unquote constant is a positive, so plus changes to minus. Wherever it lands, it sticks, right? The way it lands, it sticks. So that's terrible. If it's written as 2 minus 4x here, that's how it's going to be written in the answer. Last step is to divide. If you divide 8 here, that's how it's going to be written in the answer. The way the numbers moved, that's the way it stays. The way you move it, it stays. Okay. Number 10. Solve the formula for y. Okay. Same thing. This is positive, so plus changes to minus. Bring down the negative 5y. We minused the 2x on the right side, so it stays as minus 2x in the answer. We're going to divide by negative 5. We divide by negative 5 here, so it stays as divided by negative 5 in the answer. And very last problem. Whew. A student purchased concert tickets online. Concert tickets cost $24.50 each. Okay, so each ticket costs $24.50 plus $9.50 for taxes. If he spent a total of 83, how many tickets did he buy? Well, tickets are $24.50 each, plus you still have to pay $9.50 for the fee, right? Total goes at the end, and the total is not 80, the total is 83. That's how much he spent. So now we're going to solve for X because we want to know how many tickets were purchased. So we start by subtracting the fee. Opposite of plus is minus. 83 minus 950 is 73.5 and divide. Those are some ugly numbers to divide. But 73.50 minus 24.50, divided by 24.50, sorry, is actually 3. They purchased 3 tickets. Okay, so good luck on your test. If you feel like you're going to have some questions that you need a little bit more explanation on, or you need me to re-explain, whatever, I can't guarantee that I will get back to you because remember, technically, I'm at home taking care of a baby, but I will try by all means possible. Okay, so just shoot me a message and let me know what you need help on.